Welcome everybody to yet another episode prediction video for this week's up-and-coming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This is Season 3, Episode 13, entitled, This Land Is Your Land. Now, as always, spoiler alert, just, might review some things that happened in the past, and of course, we're going to start off this video with a synopsis, which you can read along on AMC.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. The synopsis for This Land Is Your Land is Alicia is thrust into a position of leadership where she's forced to make a life-changing decision. Okay? Alright, so there we go. That's a pretty basic synopsis. I think the reason why we have such a very small and vague synopsis is because it's going to be a big episode. There's going to be a lot of things happening, and I don't really think that it wants to give too much away, just like the promo and just like the sneak peek. We don't really have too much to go on, but we're going to go over it anyways. So, Alicia is thrust into a position of leadership where she's forced to make life-changing decisions. She's already kind of in that leadership position, just not really officially. I think they're going to really look towards her because she's the one who really gathered everybody to get into that pantry, right? She's the one that kind of led the charge on it. As much as Walker's group probably won't want to admit it, I think right now they need her. They need her leadership. They need her, her smarts, her... and everything like that she has because she's been out there, right? We've seen her at the hotel, obviously back in LA. She made it out of there alive. She has experience, as little as we've seen from her, she does know how to fight. She does know how to defend herself. She does know how to make these decisions that could really, choose between life and death, right? She knows how to make those, and she really does a really good job at it, in all honesty. She usually ends up making the right decision. So she's thrust into a position of leadership. I don't really think she's going to have a choice. Everybody's going to kind of look to her, down there in the pantry, where all the armory is and all the food and everything like that. She also had that, decision of trying to look for water in the past couple of episodes as well. She's done a lot of things to try to keep both of those groups together, even though she's really only part of one group, but she likes both groups. She wants everybody to be safe. She wants everybody to have food, water, everything like that they need to survive. And she likes doing it while trying to help out Jake. Little does she know, Jake's now dead, unfortunately, but that is what it is. Okay. So with that being said, I think everybody's going to look to her just because of the amount that she's already done for the group. And, of course, again, she kind of led the charge on getting everybody into that pantry, and, she was clearing out walkers and everything like that with Ophelia, and it was really badass, honestly. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to see what she does there in that position of leadership. Now, as for the promo here, we get to see a lot of things going on. Nick and Troy are essentially on a mission to save everybody, in the pantry. Basically, Nick's leading the charge there with Troy basically saying, if everybody dies, that means we failed. We get to see little clips of them driving through a herd of walkers, basically trying to take out as many as they possibly can. At the end of their storyline, right there in the promo, it looks like they got caught inside of a helicopter, and obviously the helicopter that Travis probably died in at the beginning of season 3. So I'm really thinking, they're going to get into that helicopter, they're going to get overrun out of their car, they're probably going to hop out, run to the helicopter, they close the door behind them, and Troy's in the helicopter with Nick, laughing his ass off. He thinks it's fucking hysterical, which I think is hilarious. Again, he's sort of out of his mind, but at the same time, I think he's very Troy-like, in all honesty, right now. So he's laughing his ass off. Walkers break through the window of the helicopter, and that's all happening. So the helicopter's being completely surrounded by a horde of walkers. They're trying to lure them away as well. So maybe that's the plan. Maybe they lure them away to the helicopter in order for Madison and everybody like that to go rescue people from the pantry. That could very well be the plan, because we do see in some screenshots. We don't see in the promo or the sneak peek, we don't actually see Madison or Walker or Strand in the entire promo. So for what we know, they're not really in the episode, but in the screenshots for the episode, which again, the link is in the description below to the page, we get to see Nick basically staring at his mother. So they do make it back at some point. Whether or not it's at the end of the episode, I'm not really sure. Maybe they come and save Nick and Troy when they're inside the helicopter. That could very well be. That would definitely be interesting. As for the rest of the promo, I'm pretty sure that's where that storyline, sort of lands. That's basically all I can say about it in the promo, because that's all we really know at this point. I think that's going to be probably like a plan, or, maybe they just had the plan to run as many over as they possibly could, and this is just where they ended up. That's most likely the case, in all honesty. But in the promo, we get to see Alicia and Ophelia and everybody like that apparently developing a plan to go up through like vents, like air ducts or whatever. They're basically trying to find a way out of the pantry without opening the door. So Ophelia and her guy, basically, not her boyfriend or anything like that, but like her main second in command, I guess. I don't know what I would call it, but I don't remember his name either. So they go up through the vent. Alicia's basically holding things down in the pantry. They're trying to find a way out. That being Ophelia. It looks like a walker, or, somebody might have turned into a walker that was already in the pantry. So maybe they were bit on the outside and got into the pantry and they turned. It looked to me like that walker turned around and basically looked at Alicia. Alicia kind of looked shocked. So again, maybe she didn't know that she was bit. Maybe she was just checking on her and, seeing if she was all right, everything like that. And she turned into a walker, turned around on Alicia, and she looked startled, kind of shocked. Not the fact that it was a walker, because she's kind of used to that by now, I would assume. But I feel like it's just a shock factor, like she wouldn't have known that she was bit, right? So that's going to be interesting to see how she deals with that. But yeah, as for the rest of it, it looks like it's focused on the ranch. Like I said, I don't think we're going to see Madison, Strand, and Walker in the tanker, like coming back to the ranch, but I feel like they're just going to show up. You know what I mean? I feel like they're going to show up and, like I said, probably help Nick and Troy out of the helicopter. That's a very good possibility. What's going to happen with Troy and Walker, when Walker sees Troy there, that's going to be interesting, as well as Madison, because as we know, they did exile him and he did come back. Anyway, in a way, they might think that they saved their lives if they keep that part of it secret, that, he led the entire horde back there to begin with. But if they keep that part of it secret, they could very well just go with, he came back and basically warned us and he essentially saved our lives. So that's definitely interesting to see how, that would play out between Walker and Troy. I'm pretty excited to see if that would, if they would sort of collide, those two characters. And other than that, that's pretty much it. The voyage that they took through the vent is also on a sneak peek. It's, they didn't really show it in the sneak peek. They just showed them preparing to go in the vent. Alicia and Ophelia hugged each other. I'm not really sure if there's anything going on there. I don't necessarily know. I really don't. I'm kind of flip-flopping on that. I feel like it's just like a mutual respect thing they have going. But at the same time, they did hug really, really close. You know what I mean? So there could, I don't know. We're just speculating. All right, we're speculating. All right. So yeah, the voyage through the air duct looks pretty intense. It looks like one of them fell, and the guy's holding onto Ophelia, basically trying to rescue her. Holding onto her hand, maybe holding her up from something, maybe a horde of walkers below her. We don't really know. We just seen her kind of fall, or at least I assume it was Ophelia. It could have been someone else. I thought it was Ophelia though, because it was in the air duct, so I would assume that it was just going to be Ophelia. It kind of looked like her, but at the same time, we didn't really necessarily see her face. And anyway, that's basically it, guys. That's all we have to go on. We don't have too much. Just a little promo, a brief sneak peek of what we've pretty much already seen in the promo. Again, we do get to know that Madison is back at some point in this episode, whether that be the end or whatever, at the ranch. So it's going to be interesting to see her reaction to, the entire horde thing. Because as far as she knew, she went off to find water and tried to come back in time to just, not necessarily save them from walkers, just give them water so they could keep surviving. So she's kind of coming back into a big mess, if you will. So yeah, season 3, episode 13. This land is your land. Like I said, synopsis very brief. Don't really have too much to go on, but I am excited for the episode. It looks intense. It looks intense and action packed, and I can't wait for it. So that's gonna be it, everybody. I told you guys it was gonna be a short one. I do apologize, but I do have to go, and that's pretty much it. Tell me what you guys think is gonna happen in the next episode, this episode rather, of Fear the Walking Dead. And there's only 3 episodes left, which probably the season finale, which would obviously be episode 15 and 16, is probably going to be a 2-part. Like, it's going to be probably a 2-hour season finale. So there's going to be this one, the next one, and then probably the 2. So essentially we have 3 episodes left, one being 2 episodes, if that makes sense. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and it's been Frost, guys. Take care.
Backlash written on me, card rubbing on a glass bowl. I've been ballin', free my ladies in the counter now. I'm already out, already on the countdown. I'ma set it right. Got the backlash written on me, cold running from the pole, and it's on me. Don't know which way we're going now. I don't wanna know it. Might as well be